Hi guys, this is Matteo and I'm recording this commentary for the gameplay of Dream Diary. I'm recording this after I play the game, so the footage of the gameplay is already recorded and I'm commenting it as I see it. So anyway, I'll just start with mentioning the fact that I really like the idea of the game. I think it's one of the games I voted at the start of the course because I thought it could have a lot of potential from a level design point of view. So I really think it's an interesting mechanic that you can expand a lot on, and you already did with the flipping of the mirrors. I think that was pretty neat. I was not expecting it. I was just expecting only the base mechanic of the mirror, and while the flipping and also the moving while flipping, I think it's a nice addition. So yeah, I think the overall vibe of the game is clean. Of course, it kind of reminds me of Monument Valley in the sense that it's clean. It has not much to it, but it's a I don't know. It's a polished concept, and it works very well. If anything, I think there could be improvements on the visuals, so maybe a better model, some animations, and the fact that maybe you could improve a bit the tiles, the boxes, and the music in general, everything like let's say technically related, so musics, graphics, etc. Um, and the movement of the mirrors, of course, it has to be. I think it has to be locked for you to being able to design the levels properly. So I don't think it would be easy to adjust that. I just think that the movement itself is not very. It's not very understandable at times. It's kind of clunky to move the mirror, so sometimes it's not the best feel in the world. And but yeah, it's not too bad. It's just something that might be done a little bit better with time. Aside from that, I think that my biggest concern with the game is that the level design feels very nice since you have this cool mechanic, but at the same time, it's not. It doesn't feel like you're at least these levels that are not very hard to do. It does not feel like you're, let's say, supposed to solve the puzzle by thinking about it or by coming up with a good idea. It just feels like you have to iterate through every position and just hope that it works. At least I talked to some friends about it and I made them play this game, and that's how everybody played it. So people were not thinking about it beforehand and then doing it. They were just moving around the mirrors and trying to find the best way to move through the level. So maybe if you wanna do a puzzle game, the main concept behind it should not to I don't know, should not to be like you can just try and make mistakes and learn and then do it again, because it doesn't feel like you're properly solving the puzzles of the game. Um, so yeah, maybe with more mechanics and harder levels that you will have to think about it. But right now, I feel like it's a bit trial and error. That doesn't mean the mechanic is implemented in a bad way. If anything, it's the opposite. But yeah, I just feel like there could be some, let's say, harder levels that make you think beforehand instead of just trying randomly and random stuff. And yeah, the last thing I think it's the fact that I mean I'm not sure how I would actually solve this issue. I'm not even sure it's an issue really. I just think that when you by accident you let the mouse go, and the character is not over a tile. Maybe sometimes it's a bit punishing to having to redo the whole thing just because you maybe release the mouse a bit early. So maybe it should be that when you're trying around the mirrors and moving around, you cannot die. I mean, of course, that would remove the game over at let's say from the game. Like I'm not sure that that's a good idea. I'm just saying this because sometimes I got a bit frustrated because I was just moving around the mirrors trying to see what was going on, and I would just randomly by accident release the mouse, and I would die and I would have to redo some things. So maybe just restore the previous position or don't let him fall. But that's just I think it's a personal opinion. It's not something it's required by any sense. Yeah, it's just a personal consideration. So I don't think I have much more to say. I will leave the gameplay on so you can see how I play the game. I think I didn't do a great job, but I think I finished the levels. So hopefully you got some nice feedbacks from what I said. And yeah, regardless from that, I think I'll vote your game very high because I really like the idea and the vibe and the possibilities that you can implement. Of course, this was just a prototype, so I'm hoping you'll have many more ideas for the final game. I'm sure you will. And yeah, regardless, compliments for everything you did, and I'll check this game again very soon. Thank you, guys.